Hi, welcome to another episode of Baba Bear Plays. On this episode, we'll be taking a look at the Swords of Ditto Mormo's Curse, an action RPG developed by One Bit Beyond and published by Devolver Digital on the Nintendo Switch. In the Swords of Ditto, you play as the sword. Every 100 years, a hero is chosen that is destined to face the villain known as Mormo. Now, regardless if you succeed or fail in defeating Mormo, the game will move forward 100 years later with a new sword and a new randomized map. And this is the main loop of the game. You build up your hero, try to defeat Mormo, and then repeat. The Swords of Ditto is a roguelike with the overworld, dungeons, and equipment being randomized. The game loop consists of looking for legendary equipment which are called toys in the game world and then using those toys to destroy anchors and then face Mormo. You also have the option to go straight to Mormo for the big showdown, but destroying the anchors first benefits you by weakening Mormo. I heard that destroying none of the anchors makes beating Mormo an almost impossible task. Permadeath used to be a feature of this game, but after a major patch, you'll only be transported back to your home if your hero dies. You'll only experience permadeath if your hero dies inside Mormo's palace, which I guess changed the game's dynamics. After you defeat Mormo, or if Mormo defeats you, the game will fast forward 100 years and continue with a new hero, with a new overworld map and dungeons. You have the overarching objective of trying to break the cycle of Mormo's resurrection, which I believe will take you at least 5 playthroughs in order to do so. The game plays like an old 16-bit era RPG. You'll be wielding the traditional RPG sword along with non-traditional weapons like a vinyl record and golf club. As you travel, you'll be able to meet NPCs that will give you quests, trade with you, or just talk to you. And there's also a town where you can replenish your health, buy supplies and stickers, and talk to various NPCs. It's apparent that the Swords of Ditto takes a lot of inspiration from The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. From the rainy night in the intro, the blatant disregard for other people's properties, the disrespect for pottery and overgrown grass, to the exploitation of wall cracks. The Swords of Ditto feels like a reskinned version of A Link to the Past. Instead of a flute, you get a kazoo for fast travel, and instead of a boomerang, you get a vinyl record, and instead of armor, you get stickers. The concept of having a new hero every 100 years feels fresh, although other than that, some aspects of the game feels dated. In dungeons, for example, you need to look for small keys in order to get the big key to ultimately face the dungeon boss. For the dungeon puzzles, you need to light torches, step on switches, flip levers, or hit orbs, something we've already done in numerous RPGs before. The game also forces a time limit on you, in which you have several in-game days to prepare for your fight with Mormo. This forces you to rush through the overworld and therefore miss the sights. I'm not sure though if that's such a bad thing since the world is randomized anyway, so I guess you're not really missing much. I have no complaints about the presentation, it just looks great. The graphics look crisp and clean and it feels like you're playing a Saturday morning cartoon, plus there's a fair bit of humor there too. As for the technical side, along with other users, I experienced a game-breaking bug which forced me to quit a dungeon. And for the Nintendo Switch at least, the loading times between map screens took about 10 or so seconds to finish, which is a very long time. See, the Swords of Ditto is a fun game to play, but it's not without flaws. The idea of getting a new hero and world every playthrough is great, but the idea of going through the same gameplay loop several times doesn't really appeal to me. I give the Swords of Ditto Mormo's Curse a 7 out of 10. Click like and comment down below if you enjoyed our review of the Swords of Ditto. And click subscribe and the bell icon to get notified of new reviews for games that you may have missed on the Nintendo Switch. Thanks for watching.